Dear friends, today in this video we are going to discuss about the client's expectation from SAP Material Management Consultants in the real-time environment, or in other words, what are the roles and responsibilities of SAP Materials Management Consultants in the real-time project implementation. So in our previous videos we have discussed very clearly about why to learn this material management module and what are the prerequisites for learning this SAP material management module, and also we have discussed about the various advantages of learning this SAP material management module and what are the basic requirements recommended by SAP for all the candidates in order to learn this material management module in our previous videos. Now in this video we are going to discuss very clearly about different clients' expectation from SAP Material Management Consultants, that is consultants in the real-time environment. In other words, what are all the major roles and responsibilities of material management consultants in handling the end-to-end projects for their clients. Let us discuss one by one in this video. Now, all the consultants are responsible for implementing the end-to-end project execution of SAP Material Management Module. This is one of the important roles and responsibilities of SAP consultants. And similarly, they are highly responsible for handling the end-to-end basic setup and configuration in SAP module based on the client's requirement. And one more responsibility is they are highly responsible for handling the end-to-end procurement configuration in SAP Material Management Module. They are highly responsible for implementing different SAP inventory management configuration in SAP module. Because we have discussed about this procurement configuration and inventory management configuration in our previous videos as well, once again we will discuss about the different procurement configurations in SAP Material Management Module, which starts from purchase requisition, followed by request for quotation from different vendors, followed by maintaining request for quotations in the system internally, that is for our internal purpose. The fourth one is price comparison list, followed by creating a purchase order based on the best quotation delivered by the vendors. So this is the procurement flow. And while coming to the inventory management configuration, once again there are different configurations under inventory management, namely goods receipt, goods issue, stock transfer, and then we have stock transfer from plant to plant, which includes stock transfer from plant to plant, stock transfer from location to location, and stock transport order configuration in inventory management. So these are all very important inventory management configurations under SAP module. So this is also one of the responsibility of SAP consultants for implementing various procurement as well as inventory management configuration in SAP Material Management Module. And they are also highly responsible for implementing the end-to-end pricing configuration in module. Here, all the consultants should be very strong in the configuration of pricing. There are different condition types are available in pricing, different access sequences, different schema for pricing. So they should be very strong in implementing the end-to-end pricing configuration in SAP module based on the price of the material based on the other condition types, say for example discount, freight, taxes, etc. etc. So they have to configure everything in the SAP material management system by understanding the different prices of the materials, different quotations from vendors, by using different condition types, because SAP has provided some standard condition types for implementing this pricing configuration in SAP material management module. So they should have very strong knowledge and very strong understanding of various condition types where it has to use properly, and they have to choose the proper condition types, and they should have to choose the proper access sequences. They should have to create the condition records for the condition types based on the requirement. So the pricing is considered to be one of the very important configuration to be carried out in SAP material management module. So once if the consultants are very strong in the pricing configuration, then they can be able to handle the pricing very easily and effectively. And one more responsibility is they are highly responsible for handling different validations in SAP module. So we have already discussed about the procurement management configurations in SAP material management, as well as inventory management configuration, pricing configuration, etc. etc. So then what is meant by validations? Validations means checking whether whatever we have configured is working fine or not. So that is the validation part. This validation part is also very important in the SAP module. This is why, because after implementing the entire inventory management configurations and after implementing the end-to-end procurement configurations, after implementing the end-to-end pricing configurations in material management module, then all the consultants has to validate what are all the configurations they have done for inventory management, they have done for procurement, they have done for pricing, whether it is working fine or not. So these are all the validations to be done in this module. And one more responsibility is they are highly responsible for implementing material valuation areas, material requirements planning, and different approval methods for PR and PO. And they have to configure the end-to-end subcontracting processes as well. And also they should have very strong implementation experience in vendor evaluation in the SAP module. That means what is meant by valuation areas, material valuation areas. We have already discussed about the material valuation areas. That means valuation of materials. Valuation of materials means we can have different prices of the same material. If we are procuring internally, then the price of the material is different, and if we are procuring the material externally, then the price of the material will be different. And if we are using both procurement types, that is internal procurement as well as external procurement, then the price of the material will be different. So that means material valuation means the prices valuating the price of the material. That means material is same, but the prices are different because we are using different procurement types. There are 3 different procurement types are available in SAP material management. One is external procurement, second one is internal procurement, and the third one is both external and internal procurements. So there are 3 procurement types are available in material management module. The consultants has to choose the exact procurement types based on the requirement of the clients. And one more important configuration is the approval methods for purchase requisition and PO. What is meant by approval methods? Approval methods is nothing but approval strategies. That means to some limit, this purchase requisition will be released by purchase executive. To some limit, this purchase requisition will be approved by purchase manager. So that means we are setting limits for the release of purchase requisitions from various levels based on the prices, based on the total value of the purchase requisition. And similarly, if we take purchase order, we can set the purchase order limit. So what are all the limits to be set from the lower level to the high level? So that is the approval methods. So it comes under release strategy of SAP material management. So all the consultants should be very strong in handling the release strategy configuration also. This is why, because this purchase requisition and purchase order release strategy will needs the approval, because once if it has been approved based on the value, based on the designation, then only it will be released. So this is also one of the very fantastic application in SAP material management for handling the release strategy. So this approval methods for purchase requisition and purchase orders also, all the consultants should be very thorough with that. And once we come to the subcontracting processes, we have already discussed very clearly about these subcontracting processes. What is meant by subcontracting? Subcontracting is nothing but the third party vendors. That means we are sending the raw materials to the third party vendors, which in turn we are getting back the end product or finished product from the vendors. So that process is called the subcontracting. In subcontracting process is very important concept in material management module, because it involves many different GL accounts also, which has to be integrated in our backend FI system. So this is also considered as one of the important module in material management. So all the consultants should be very strong in handling the entire subcontracting process as well. And similarly, one more important roles and responsibility is to handle vendor evaluation. We have already discussed about this vendor evaluation in our previous videos. All the vendors should be evaluated based on 4 criteria. What are all the 4 criteria? The four criteria are namely price, quality, standard, quality, service and delivery. So these are all the 4 different criteria we have to use for evaluating the vendors in the SAP material management module. Vendors has been evaluated by the top level management of the organization using the 4 different criteria. Say for example, price, quality, service and delivery. Based on the 4 criteria, all the vendors has to be evaluated. Once after the vendors has been evaluated and finalized, then only our company will procure the materials from those vendors who are evaluated using the criteria such as price, quality, delivery and service in the SAP material management module. This vendor evaluation will be normally handled by the most experienced consultants in the real-time environment, but you should have to understand the entire implementation of vendor evaluation and how it has been implemented in the SAP material management module for their clients. And one more top responsibility for consultants is they are highly responsible for creating the standard reports and customized reports. So SAP has delivered some standard reports for SAP material management module. In case if the client wants to create the customized reports, then these consultants are responsible for creating the customized reports as well by using the standard SAP tables, standard SAP tables, which has been already delivered by SAP. So standard reports and customized reports are also very important from the consultant's point of view, because most of the consultants are thinking that this part is coming under ABAP and only ABAP consultants has to generate the standard reports, customized reports, enhancements, BAPIs and BADIs. It is not like that. So all the functional consultants should be responsible for creating the standard reports, customized reports, based on the standard SAP MM table delivered by SAP, and similarly they should have to understand different enhancements. They should have to understand different BAPIs, that is business application programming interfaces. They should have to be very strong in understanding BADIs, that is business add-ins, based on the requirements of the clients. So handling enhancements, BAPIs and BADIs are also now become the roles and responsibilities of each and every MM consultant, because almost all the consultants, they are not aware of these enhancements. They are not aware of this business application programming interfaces, BAPIs, and also BADIs. But nowadays, all the clients are looking out for the consultants who are very strong in creating both standard reports, customized reports using the standard SAP MM tables, which are the predefined tables delivered by SAP. And also they should have, clients are expecting all the consultants should be very strong in handling the different MM enhancements, different BAPIs and different BADIs based on the requirement. So in this video, we have discussed very clearly about the different roles and responsibilities of the SAP MM consultants, which are mandatory to implement in the real-time projects for their clients. And I want to introduce myself to you. I am Raja. I am having more than 20 plus years of experience in the SAP industry. I have worked as a consultant. I have worked as a practice head. I have worked as a delivery head for many projects. I have involved in many implementation, production support, rollout and upgrade projects as well. I have also got more than 5 years of on-site experience in Middle East and Europe, handling these Middle East and European clients. Regarding my certification areas, I have done my certification in finance. I have done my certification in business process planning and consolidation. I have done my certification in S4HANA Simple Finance. I have done my certification in S4HANA Simple Logistics. I have completed my certification in SAP S4HANA Central Finance for my recent projects. And very recently, I have completed my certification in Business and Revenue Innovation Management of Hybris module, that is BRIM module. So in this video, we have discussed very clearly about different roles and responsibilities of SAP MM consultants. In other words, clients' expectation from SAP MM consultants in order to implement, in order to design, in order to support, and in order to execute the entire end-to-end material management module in the real-time industry. Thank you.